Hey guys, Lord Sendo here. So this is my Deepwoken progression guide for beginners. This isn't going to cover every aspect of progression, it's only going to cover a little bit of it, but it's going to set you in the right track to start off and get stronger. If you're struggling with learning how to progress, then this guide will help you a lot. So in the main menu, when you select your character and you customize it, I suggest that you choose either the sword or the battle axe as your weapon, because the dagger is quite hard to use in the early game. The stats and magic that you choose are up to your preference. I don't think that really matters, you can make any build work. And for the boons and flaws, I like to run Maverick, Marauder, Vegetarian and Squeamish. You can obviously choose whatever boons and flaws you want, but those are the ones that I like to use. So when you spawn in, ask this NPC, how do you earn money? And then ask him again, can you spare me some cash? And he'll give you 25 notes. After that, you want to head to the center of Vetria, and there'll be this NPC who has this greatsword, and you want to talk to him and press the top option until you get a gold ring. This is literally like free money, and this will allow you to unlock training equipment. So you'll see these mushrooms, these small mushrooms which are called dent phyllos, and you want to pick them up a lot because they're very important because they can help you make mushroom soup, which is like the most important recipe that you'll need. There are also these bigger mushrooms called the brown caps, and you want to pick up those as well. So follow my character and go to this NPC, and he'll give you an option to get an axe for free, and you just want to take that. Then once you're done with that, you can go ahead and go to this area, which is called the Antiquarium. This is basically where most of the training equipment is sold, and you're able to sell your items to the NPC. You talk to him and say you'd like to sell something, and then sell your gold ring by clicking on it in the hotbar. So you just want to click tab to open your inventory, and you should spawn with a training equipment which correlates with your highest stat. This training equipment will allow you to increase the stat of your choice, which is related to that thing. So for example, dumbbells will increase your strength, but you don't want to spam it because that will waste the uses of the training equipment. Instead, you want to gain XP, and then you want to click it once and you should be able to get some levels up from it. So once you're done selling the stuff at the Antiquarium, you want to go over here. This is called the Mantra Shop, and you're able to buy magical training gear here. And so I have Flame Charm, so I bought the half gem. If you have any of the other magics, then just choose the training equipment which correlates with that. It's pretty obvious by the colour and the look of it. Once you're done with that, you want to head to the bookstore. The bookstore is basically where some training gear is sold, and the most important one, which is the weapon manual, is sold here as well. It's on the left of the bookshelf, and just buy it, and you should have the weapon manual. This is the fastest training equipment that you can use to level up in this game. Once you're done with all of that, you're basically done with Vetria. You don't need to be here anymore. You can set sail and head to Orisia, which is pretty much the beginner's starting place for good loot and good XP. So to crouch and to slide, you just want to click control and jump afterwards, and that will give you momentum, and momentum lets you run faster, so you always just want to be spamming crouching and jumping. Sliding down a slope gives you way more momentum, and this will allow you to escape NPCs pretty easily, and you can also use it to break enemies' ankles, like when they're trying to chase you. So just follow this path until you get to the docks, and then you're good to set sail to Orisia. Once you're here, you can go ahead and talk to the shipmaster NPC, and you can buy a dinghy for 0 notes, and then you just want to follow my character, and I'll show you where Orisia is, which is the starter island. Orisia is an island infested with loads of bandits and mudskippers and other enemies that you can fight, like sharkos. This is a very dangerous place, but it's going to be your main way to progress as a new player. There are going to be a lot of bandits here, like I said, and this is going to be the main way that you gain XP in this game as a beginner. Just pay attention to your surroundings and you may hear some fighting. Like I hear these people fighting down here, so I assume they're NPCs, so I can go and check it out and potentially get involved in the fight and get some XP. This is the Adretian-Etrian conflict, and this is an event which is pretty common in Orisia. You just want to kill the Adretians, which are the blue NPCs, and not the Etrians, because the Etrians won't attack you unless you're hostile to them. Obviously you want to be really careful with your HP. I notice I'm one-shot, so I just stay back a bit and let the Etrian guards beat up on the Adretians, and then I take the grips and get the XP. I get knocked here, but it doesn't really matter because if you're fighting with other allies around you, then the enemies will try and attack the other allies before hitting you, so you're pretty good in that sense. This event, like most events, spawns a chest, which is normally located somewhere around the area of fighting, but you may have to look a bit for it. Here it is, and you can get some good loot from these chests. So what you want to do after you've fought an NPC or an event, you just want to read your weapon manual or use your other training equipment, and you may be able to get some levels from it. Once you gain 5 of these stat levels, then you power up, which is basically your main level. And when you power up, you gain a choice of cards, which are basically like talents and spells. Here I notice an empty campfire, so I go ahead and use it. This is just to gain HP back because I'm pretty low, and once that's done I'll be able to fight some more NPCs. The next few minutes will just be me fighting the NPCs so that you can kind of see and get an idea as to how you're meant to do it, and you can replicate this for yourself. So while fighting, my power increases, and when your power increases you get a choice of cards like I said before. Sometimes you'll get the ability to choose magical spells, which I did this time, and so I'm finally able to unlock Flame Charm. And once you've unlocked your spell, then you can use the spell training equipment and level up your spell abilities. Here I unlock my first Flame Charm spell, Burning Servants, which is a pretty good spell. And from here, the world is basically your stage. You can do whatever you want. Now you know how to progress, how to gain spells, how to gain levels. It's up to you from here. So the items that you get from the chests, you can actually sell them by going back to the antiquarium where you sold the gold ring. You can either reset to get there or take the ship back. I suggest taking the ship because you can only reset every like 2 or 3 hours. And so yeah. Now it's up to you to figure out what to do to progress through the mid game and late game. I hope this guide helped you start out as a beginner because I know it can be quite difficult without any instructions. And if you want to see more of what to do and more hinters, then I can do that in later videos. You just gotta tell me in the comments what you guys want to see. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.